name's Scott with Weatherall Company, and I'm going to discuss briefly how to caulk a log home that is a milled log home with a tongue and groove system on it. These are known as Chinkless style homes, but what happens sometimes over time, especially if the logs have too much moisture, the moisture content in the logs is high, is over time the logs can twist and this tongue and groove system can get compromised, and you get water and air infiltration in there. You know, there's a big debate out there. If I owned a tongue and groove system log home, I would just go ahead and caulk the whole thing. It's easy to do, and I'm going to run a quick demonstration on how to do that. What I do is I usually put the bead on about a ½ inch thick, and I don't have one on this caulking tube, but usually I use one of these tips. I can cut it back further so I can get a larger diameter tip, and it helps put a larger diameter bead on there. And usually that comes with one of these guns with the threads, and you just screw it on, cut it back, and you're good to go. So this is really simple to do. The nice thing about this is you don't have to use backing material, backer rod. It's really difficult in this shallow profile log to get backing material, backer rod, to stay in place. And it's even more difficult to get round backer rod in there because it has memory and it kind of dives in and out, and it just doesn't stay very well. So the best thing to do is just caulk it without backer rod and use a very high elasticity caulk, and it's real simple to do. So I'll demonstrate that right now. Basically, I put it in there. I cut my tip at 45 degrees, but that means I keep I still keep that angle perpendicular to work surface. So, you know, if you caulked before, it should be pretty straightforward. Once you do this enough, you get to the point where you can just pretty much machine this stuff on, and it goes really quickly. It should not. I recommend doing it, buying the tubes, because they're already prepackaged, and buying it by the pail is difficult because you've got to load it, and this stuff is difficult to load in a 30-ounce bulk loaded gun. You just end up getting too much air in the product, and you get air bubbles and things like that. So it goes real quick. This stuff, I have put this stuff on homes 20 years ago, and it still lasts. So it's a very durable product. Does great in UV, does great at, up in the mountains at high altitude. For someone to caulk a home like this, it's very simple. This stuff is very easy to apply, very easy to work. And again, if I was using a trowel, spray the trowel, and I would seat it this way. And what you're doing is just making sure you're just lightly pressing that stuff up against the wood so it adheres, you've got a good seal. And that's it.